Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song. It is Saturday, December 4th. It is the seventh night of Hanukkah. So happy, happy Hanukkah to all of those lighting the menorah tonight. And a very happy Saturday to everybody else. So today is our sixth day of this particular Carpe Diem Arts Week, which basically means we have a wonderful excuse to bring in some of our absolute favorite artists who are with us in this room all the time, and we will never complain about that. So, before we jump into everything, let's give a big warm welcome to everyone joining us today out on Facebook Live. Hello, Facebook. We love you. Thank you so much for being here with us. And of course, a big hello to everybody in this room. Our fearless leader, Joe Rossi, our wonderful artist, Dr. Kim Harris. We will hear more from her in just a minute. Hello to Brian. Hello to Al. Hello to Becky in BC. Hello to Kate in Charlottesville and Kate's friend. Hello. Hello to Sue S. Hello to Harriet. Hello to Deborah in Kentucky. Hello to Arlene in Berkeley, California. Sheila in Florida. Rosalie at home. Hello to Don and the Curly Tops. Hello to Susan G. Hello to Amanda and Miles in Michigan. Hello to Trish in Victoria. Hello to Carolyn. Hello to Susan in Seattle. Hello to Deli. Hello to Penny and Ralph in Victoria. Hello to Steve and Michelle. Hello to Bonnie in Idaho. Hello to Sarah in Texas. Kevin in New Hampshire. Hello to Phil and Ruth in a different place. Hello to Storm. Hello to Susan G in Boise. Hello to Jim in New York City. Me too. Hello to Jean in Pittsburgh. Hello to Shari in New Hampshire. Hello to, let's see, who else do we have here today? We have Luda and Mark in Victoria, Fred in Silver Spring, Carol J in Connecticut, Harriet in Illinois, Hoda coming in. We've got Kat. Hello to Joni and Tuki. Hello to James. And hello to Caroline in DC. And of course, hello to LMG. And I think that is everybody who is joining us thus far. But of course, we might get some more friends along the way, and we will welcome them at the end when we say goodbye. So now let's turn things over to our fantastic artist for the day. A lot of us already know Dr. Kim Harris. She is a singer. She is a songwriter, a fantastic musical artist. She's a professor, and she is in the throes of finals and the end of the semester. So everybody, we owe her an extra debt of gratitude for coming in right now, because those of us who remember our time in college, finals week is something else. So hello, Dr. Kim Harris.
Hello, hello. Thank you very much. I am so glad to be here. You know, everybody needs a singing break in the midst of finals week.
We sure do.
Woo! So, alrighty, let's see. Let me make sure that I'll be able to scroll down when I need to. So there should be some lyrics in the chat. Now, you know, this is a song that you can dance to it, you can sing it, you can shake your head, you can clap your hands. So, looking forward to do this. It's a favorite song of mine. My soul cries out with a joyful shout that the God of my heart is great. And my spirit sings of the wondrous things that you bring to the ones who wait. You fixed your sight on your servants polite, and my weakness you did not spurn. So from east to west shall my name be blessed, could the world be about to turn. My heart shall sing of the day you bring, let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. Yes, some of you will recognize this from Star of the County Down. Some of you will recognize this from Divas and Lazarus. Some of you will recognize it because Rayfall Williams also did a setting of this, and it was fun to open up a hymnal and see these words, but hear a song that I heard the tune from lots of different times in different places. So make sure we can sing that chorus. Here we go. My heart shall sing of the day you bring, let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. Do it again. My heart shall sing of the day you bring. Let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. Yes, the world turned upside down, one of the amazing themes of telling the stories at this time of year. Hmm. Though I am small, my God, my all, you work great things in me. And your mercy will last from the depths of the past to the end of the age to be. Your very name puts the proud to shame, and to those who would for you yearn. You will show your might, put the strong to flight, for the world is about to turn. My heart shall sing of the day you bring. Let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. My heart shall sing of the day you bring. Let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. And hey, if you feel like dancing, go for it, right? From the halls of power to the fortress town, not a stone will be left on stone. Let the king beware, for your justice tears every tyrant from their throne. The hungry poor will weep no more for the food they can never earn. There are tables spread, every mouth be fed, for the world is about to turn. My heart shall sing of the day you bring. Let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. My heart shall sing of the day you bring. Let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. Though the nations rage from age to age, we remember who holds us fast. God's mercy must deliver us from the conqueror's crushing blast. This saving word that our forebears heard is the portent which holds us bound, till the spear and rod can be crushed by God, who is turning the world around. My heart shall sing of the day you bring. Let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. My heart shall sing of the day you bring. Let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. All right, yes.
Thank you, Dr. Kim. That was absolutely fantastic. It's such a fantastic song.
It really is. And, as I was saying that we think about a lot of different themes at this time of year. We think about uh, the theme of freedom, as people celebrate Hanukkah, freedom from
Yes.
tyrants that try to make you believe and follow as they do, that desecrate your holy places. And yet, the way we tell our stories, a great miracle can still happen.
Mm-hmm.
We think about people who are unhoused. We think about people who are hungry and wandering, people who are migrants and refugees needing a place to stay. And we tell a story of them staying in a stable. We think about people who have to hide because those in power are uh, trying to kill them, literally. And then they have to flee and leave the country. These themes come up again and again. And of course, I know there are some of you that recognize this text as being taken from the biblical Gospel of Luke, chapter 1, verses 46 to 55. And that's Mary's song, the Magnificat. And if you don't know those words, it's really a set of words about turning the world upside down. Uh, so it's amazing to think about rulers being pulled from their thrones and the lowly being lifted up, the hungry being filled with good things and the rich sent away empty. Yes. And then that melody, as I was saying that, I know the English version of that melody, it was some of the words that were said to it were Lazarus and Dives. And that's also a story of the world turns upside down, because in that story, Lazarus is poor. And Divas, which actually even means, splendor and abundance, is having a big party. And Lazarus is lying at the threshold, wanting to come in, or at least being given some food. And Divas says, no, you can't. You're not my brother. You're not part of my family or my kin. You cannot come in. And then after Lazarus dies, and so does Divas, Lazarus is taken up to heaven. Divas is down in hell, reaching out his hand. Some way to tell the story for some of them, reaching out his hand and saying, just give me a little drop of water to cool my tongue. And Lazarus is not able to reach across that chasm. So there's always that idea of the world being turned upside down. Now, Erin, you said you knew this song from before birth. Tell me about that.
I did not the hymn version though, a different version that I think a lot of people in this room might actually know. As you mentioned, this song is the same tune as an Irish folk song called "The Star of the County Down." And the first time that I thought the first time I heard this song was when I was a junior in high school and I was in the Washington Christmas Revels, which that year was a Celtic show. And so, of course, it was all this Irish folk music that was fantastic. And there was this one song in the show called "The Star of the County Down." And I remember being in rehearsals and learning it and singing it. And I kept thinking, what is this song? This song sounds so familiar. Not the words, but the melody. I was like, this sounds like something I've heard before. And then ages later, I realized that the place that I had heard this song before was that growing up, literally from being in my mother's womb up until being a fully grown adult, there is this CD, or I guess this album. Now it's not a CD, now it's just on my phone, but I had a CD called The Maidens of the Celtic Harp. And my mom would play it every night when I was going to sleep. And it was this beautiful Celtic harp music, no words, just harp. And I never looked at the names of any of the songs because it was on the CD and I was also a baby. But one day when I downloaded it onto my phone as a grown up, I was looking at some of these tracks. And sure enough, one of them was called "The Star of the County Down." And I listened to it fully awake. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's it. And so that melody has just been in my brain for literally my entire life. So it was a really cool little connection to have.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I love that story.
And if any of you have not heard that track, it is available. The Maidens of the Celtic Harp. It's beautiful to just have in the background. It's very lovely.
Well, in thinking about one of my favorite performing events is coming up on solstice, and it's right on solstice day.
Please tell us more about it.
Yes, that will be Reggie and I and Terry and Greg Magpie, and it is a virtual event, and it's Sing Solstice, and we've been doing this probably, oh my goodness gracious, since the late 80s, I think, something like that. I mean, just a long time, maybe even before that.
This is a huge tradition of yours.
It is a huge tradition. And so, so we learn, different songs, and we think about different traditions. And so we do Christmas and Kwanzaa and Hanukkah. And of course, this year with Hanukkah being so early, we won't emphasize it as much. But, we love to sing, freedom songs and songs of justice associated with all of these gatherings and celebrations. And of course, even thinking about, my enslaved and free ancestors, that idea of the world turned upside down, that made a big difference. This time of year, uh, first of all, many of the enslaved would get some time off, and they would go and maybe visit some of their relatives that were 10 to 20 miles away from them and also enslaved, so they wouldn't really get to see each other much during the year. They would also be thinking about what their fate would be, because there were some of the masters that would say, okay, on January the 1st, we'll let you know where you're going to be. Are you going to be sold? Are you going to be sent, to work someplace, far away? So they would tell, they'd be thinking about that this time of year. And of course, there were those who would be thinking about running away
Yeah.
at this time of year. So, when they were singing things like "Rise Up, Shepherd, and Follow the Star of Bethlehem," they were talking about the North Star.
Yes,
So there is a real subversive, freedom-seeking element to this turning of the world time of year.
it is. And I think that's why there are so many holidays all across different religions and practices that all happen at this time of year. Is this really is the time when the year dies, when everything we are faced with this mortality of watching all of the crops die, all the plants die, even the day itself die and grow so short, and then getting to gather together to know that it will come back.
It will come back. I mean, it's interesting. I was recording a podcast yesterday, and we were talking about how people feel about this time of year, and even thinking about, because these days, for those of us that have good housing and have food and everything like that, it's just a time to put up lights and celebrate. But I remember going, I'm friends with the Carmelite sisters in Baltimore, and so I would go there and sing and whatnot, and they had this board up where they had all the names of the women that had been a part for the part of the Carmelites there, for the past 200 years.
Yeah.
And on that board, you would also see in what month people died. And when you come to December, January, February, that cold of the year, more people died at that time of the year than any other time. And to think of so many people that, you can't keep yourself warm, you can't get enough food, your housing is just not what you need. This could be a scary time of year for so many people.
Yeah.
So yes, definitely knowing why people felt they needed to celebrate and to find ways to come together and support each other and make sure you could gather and store and keep enough food for the coming months, before the next harvest would come in.
Absolutely. And hoping that there's a part of all of us that can still do that for others. I mean, those of us who are able to remember that just because that isn't necessarily what this season feels like it's about anymore, that really it evolved out of a place of not being completely certain that you would make it through that longest night. Mm-hmm. And that there are so many people who still aren't.
Yes.
That if there's anything we can do to make that a little bit less uncertain, this is
absolutely. Absolutely. So in thinking about that justice and thinking about what needs to happen in terms of leadership, we'll sing the song one more time.
Yeah.
And so like I said, if you want to be dancing, that's good. Those of you who are, like me, because I'm out here in Los Angeles, it's the beginning of the day. So I'm like, all right, I need to be dancing during the beginning.
You're up and stretching.
Yes, well, my mother and I stretch every day. For her, it's 8 a.m. in Philadelphia. For me, it's 5 a.m.
Well, we know who got the short end of that stick. My goodness.
But it's good.
I get mom.
I love my mom. I get to see her every day on Zoom, so that's a good thing.
That's amazing.
All right, so here we go.
Right. Take it away.
My soul cries out with a joyful shout that the God of my heart is great. And my spirit sings of the wondrous things that you bring to the ones who wait. You fixed your sight on your servants polite, and my weakness you did not spurn. So from east to west shall my name be blessed, could the world be about to turn. My heart shall sing of the day you bring, let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. My heart shall sing of the day you bring, let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. Though I am small, my God, my all, you work great things in me. And your mercy will last from the depths of the past to the end of the age to be. Your very name puts the proud to shame, and to those who would for you yearn. You will show your might, put the strong to flight, for the world is about to turn. My heart shall sing of the day you bring, let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. My heart shall sing of the day you bring, let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. From the halls of power to the fortress tower, not a stone will be left on stone. Let the king beware, for your justice tears every tyrant from their throne. The hungry poor will weep no more for the food they can never earn. There are tables spread, every mouth be fed, for the world is about to turn. My heart shall sing of the day you bring, let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. My heart shall sing of the day you bring, let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. Though the nations rage from age to age, we remember who holds us fast. God's mercy must deliver us from the conqueror's crushing grasp. This saving word that our forebears heard is the promise which holds us bound. Till the spear and rod can be crushed by God, who is turning the world around. My heart shall sing of the day you bring, let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. My heart shall sing of the day you bring, let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn.
Woo! Thank you so much, Dr. Kim Harris. That is just the perfect way to go out into the rest of our day. And I want you to know that even though you couldn't hear me, I was singing the alto harmony with you. That's the one I know. So we sounded pretty good together.
All right. I don't doubt that at all.
Thank you so much for being here with us. Everybody, be sure to check out that program that Dr. Kim was talking about. Reggie Harris will be there too. We love him as well. So don't miss it. The link is in the chat. And also, just wanted to point out that during this month, we have so many fantastic programs coming up, both that are done by us, by Carpe Diem, and that are done by other people that we are going to be able to hopefully watch and be a part of. So keep an eye on that email. And if you are new, I don't think we have any new people in the room today, but if you are, or if you have friends who might be new, let them know that they can always put their email into the Connect with Us portion of our carpediemarts.org website and connect with us, because in those emails you're going to be getting lots of announcements about community sing and different events and just all of these ways that we can connect for some wonderful music. We might have cocktail parties. We are having a cocktail party. That's not a secret. But there's lots of fun stuff coming up. So be sure to keep your eye on the email. Make sure to just send us a message if you have any questions about anything. And gosh, I think it's time. I think that it is time that we go out into the rest of our day with like our fires burning. All right. So first of all, everybody wave a big goodbye to Facebook Live. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody out there, and we hope that we will see you again tomorrow. Bye.